What's up, guys? As you can tell by the title of today's video, we're gonna talk about how it all began. Yay! Alright guys, so if you guys can tell by the name of the video, we are going to be talking about how myself and Ryan met. I took a year off college because I was just overstressed with a lot of stuff that happened during my freshman and sophomore year. So I took a year off. So basically when I was going back, I was going to be a junior. Once I moved back in, Kevin told me that we had, basically it's like a split room. In my college they have like, it's one room on one side, one room the other side, a little hallway, a bathroom, and hi, you guys on the other side. But I didn't meet the guys on the other side because they weren't there when I first moved in. Like the first 2 days that I moved in, they weren't there. So I was like, alright, cool, we'll just meet them later. And then one day, I think Kevin went over there, and then he saw Ryan was over there. So he was like, yo, Sid, come meet our co-roommates. We went over there, I met Ryan. He seemed like a cool guy, so I was like, yeah, Kev, he's a cool dude, man. Like, usually in college, you don't get to pick your co-roommates. Like, you don't get to pick your co-roommates. Like, if you don't pick 4 people right off the bat, you don't pick who the other 2 are going to be. So I was like, alright, this is a cool dude. Kev was like, yeah, man, he's not like the roommates that we thought we would have. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, he's not messy, he's not like a pain in the ass. Because normally when you're in college, you think of everybody as like a pain in the ass, messy as shit, don't clean up after themselves. And that's how a lot of people usually are in college, because, you know, they're on their own and they finally like get to fucking live life without mother and father behind them. So, you know, they don't care. They don't give a shit about their room. And Ryan was not like that, and that's what Kevin was saying, that he's like, yo, he's a cool dude, he's neat, he doesn't do what other dumbass kids do. So I was like, alright, that's even doper, because I'm the type of person, I like my shit neat. I don't like my shit messing up. I don't like any of that stuff. So when he told me that, I was like, alright, +1. So one day, he was going to either, I don't know if it was the gym or he was going to the cafeteria. I don't know which one it was. But I know that I was like, yo, let me come with. Usually when you have co-roommates, you guys don't really talk much. But I'm the type of person, you know, since I would be living with you, why not talk, you know, like, why not find out a bit about yourself, like, basically, I went with him when he went to go do whatever that he was doing. I just went with him. But we talked for a bit. We talked about soccer, all this other stuff. And that's like something I'm really into, is soccer. I haven't played much of leagues right now because, you know, winter is about to start for us. So once winter starts, I'm going to be doing indoor leagues. That's what I usually play. We talked about just like random stuff. We talked about soccer, we talked about the gym, like random stuff. None of it was related to Call of Duty, basically. I didn't know that he was part of a team. I didn't even know that he played Call of Duty. I knew that I was a big ass freak in Call of Duty, you know, like I loved Call of Duty with a passion. Like I knew that for a fact. Like this was my thing. I love doing this. Like I'm never gonna stop love playing Call of Duty. You know, it's a fun ass game, and thank you, Baldy, for bringing back a great ass game as usual. Thank you. And then one day I walk into, like I knock at his door. I walk into his room, and I see him playing Call of Duty. So immediately I was like, yo, COD, what, boy? You know about Call of Duty? Oh, so you like Call of Duty? He's like, yeah, I snipe a lot. I was like, nice. I used to do like MLG tourneys and stuff like that. We just hit it off after that. Like it was like, yo, you like Call of Duty, I like Call of Duty, what's up, dog? So the year after that, I needed a roommate because my roommate was completely like, he was leaving. I told Ryan, I was like, Ryan, how about we just room together, you know? And he said, sure, why not? Let's just hit it off. Let's do this, boy. So when we moved in together, that's when really like it all began. After we moved in together, like I watched him stream. Like that was like the funnest thing I've ever seen somebody do with stream. I'm not even gonna lie. I watch how much Ryan is active with his chat and how much he used to talk, like he talks to his chat and everything. How he replies to people and people comment and talk. Like that is like, it has to be like one of the funnest things to do whenever you play or whenever you stream. It's just interacting with people while you're playing. That is like, to me, is like the best thing ever. So I was like, this is dope, man. And Ryan was like, you really like this? I was like, yeah, man, I find this really cool. And he's like, you should do it. I was like, man, you know I can't do this. You know I'm not put up for this kind of stuff. Like, I would never be able to multitask. Little did I know. He got me into streaming. Like, he honestly, like, I thank you to this day, Rai Sensei, you know. I would have never been doing this, or I would have never been into this kind of stuff, like streaming or sniping, or any of this stuff if it wasn't for my brother Rai, honestly. I like doing something that's very challenging. If it's challenging, then I want to do it because it is challenging. So if it's challenging, I'm like, bro, I gotta get on this. I gotta do this. Like, I need to practice. I hate sucking at something. Like, if I suck at a game, I need to do it. I need to play more so I don't suck, basically. And that's what he did.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through.